Hi guys. This is kind of the intro before the intro. There's a couple of things I wanted to say before you start watching the video. I completely ballsed up when filming this. So it is split into two parts. One reason because the video length was long. Second part is because I filmed like this. I filmed on my phone and I wasn't thinking how it would look on YouTube till about halfway through, and I realised that I needed to be filming landscape. Um, so yeah, I really ballsed up there. So basically, I split it because otherwise it was going to look a mess. So the first one is in the 9:16, which isn't going to look the best. But the second part will be in 16:9. So if you want to jump over to that one, I'll link it in the description and also at the end of the video anyway. And the second thing I wanted to mention was I was originally going to go to Bridgenorth, and that's why I mention it a lot. But I quickly realised that I didn't leave myself enough time because I got up late, which I explain I get up late in the video anyway. So basically, yeah, I don't go to Bridgenorth. I do go to Severn Valley. But I don't really make that decision till probably not into part two, to be honest. So you won't see that. But it's a good job I did, because you'll see at the end of part two that I just make it back, just with enough light, going down the river. But yeah, enjoy. Morning all. Well, I say morning. It's almost the afternoon actually on my clock. I have left so late this morning. So late indeed that I am scared I know I'm definitely going to be walking in the dark, but I'm scared I'm going to be walking close to midnight. So yeah, today we are going to, I'm chomping a bit there. I've just realised I'm eating a pretzel. I'm so late. So today, I'm still chomping. Today, and yeah, I probably should start off by saying I'm a bit of a waffler. So today, we are walking from my hometown, Kidderminster, and we're going to walk down the canal to Stourport on Severn, and then we're going to walk up the river to Bridgenorth and walk back down the other way, down the river at Bridgenorth. This is one I've been wanting to do for ages. Now, I've walked around the Wild Forest, like completely around the Wild Forest and all this, and yeah, I don't know why, I just felt like recording it today and putting it on YouTube, and whether it does good or not, I don't know. But here we are at our start point. I'll just show you where, hang on. There we go, we're starting off at Springfield Park. I don't know if you can see that from here. We are starting off at Springfield Park. So yeah, I mean, I would never have done this on my old phone, but I just recently got a new phone a couple of months ago, and I realised how good the cameras are on these new phones, and then I saw this multi-video thing, which might have been a thing for ages, and all these people are going to go, well, how the hell did you not know about that? But there we go. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to go from Kidderminster, Springfield Park specifically, and I need to stop for a second actually, so to set up my map walking thing. So yeah, I need to set that up. But basically, yeah, walking from Springfield Park up the canal to Stourport, if anybody knows the local area. Then we're going up the river to Bridgenorth on the one side, the right hand side. Then we're going down on the right hand side as you're going down, basically. I'm worried this is going to take me till midnight. It's just before 12 now, and I got up seriously late. So I'm just going to crack on. In terms of the first bit of the walk, it's probably not going to be that interesting, mostly because Kidderminster was a carpet town. They used the canals for mostly industrial. There's a few pretty bits, but most of it is like what you probably see in the Black Country, in terms of that kind of factory setting. When we start getting to Stourport, that's when the canal starts getting a little bit prettier, and then the river's obviously beautiful. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on now, and I'll talk more about why I'm doing this when we get a bit more into it, but I'm definitely going to have to run some parts, I know that. So down the canal, I'm definitely going to have to run some of it, because running up the river is a bit risky because it's a lot more uneven. ground. So yep, cheers guys. So yeah, this is, well, I mean, this is Springfield Park. There's a lovely lake here, and there's also another lake that I'll show you once this map my walk thing's downloaded. But yeah, it's beautiful. But yeah, it gives me a chance to finish my pretzel. That, yeah, it's just a plain pretzel from Tesco on a guide. It's nothing glamorous, but it'll do. Well, I'm just an idiot basically. I forgot to download the app and then I couldn't remember my login, so to reset my password. But finally we can set off. This is Springfield Park Lake anyway. I thought I'd show you this anyway. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to run some parts now. But like I said, this first bit's not very interesting. I'm more looking forward to the next bit because I've never walked up to Bridge North via the river. I know there's a Severn Country Valley Park, but that's about it. That's all I know about up there. So yeah, let's just crack on with it. Actually, I thought I'd show you something in Kidderminster. I don't know if anybody saw in the news, probably not, because it's more local news, isn't it? But there was a nice grade 1, I think. I've been grade 1 factory here, old carpet factory. Now, I don't know whether someone bought this land off or whatever, but anyway, it mysteriously burnt down. I think some kids might have got done for arson, I don't know, but I wanted to say it because isn't it suspicious, all the old buildings that seem to set alight these days, especially when they've got restrictions on them, on what you can do with them or how you can how you can build on them and stuff. Like, I can't be the only one. I don't really believe in conspiracy theories, but this is one that I'm like, well, actually, there's a possibility it's true because it's, well, yeah, because, I mean, it's just too coincidental for all these old buildings to go up in flames. The Crooked Pub in the Black Country, there was one in Droitwich that went up, an old hotel, that was being turned into flats. So yeah, it just all seems like insurance money and to flatten it and start again. No, to be fair with this one, nothing's happened with it. I mean, there is a bloke there now, but I think maybe it's just going to turn into yards. But to be honest, in the future it'll probably turn into housing, just like these ones over here. Used to be some, I think they used to be old factories or old workshops anyway. They've all turned into houses now down here. The only old building that's left, I think, is a couple of houses that were on the end, and what, I don't know if it used to be a pub, but it is a pub now. But yeah, they've all turned into flats. I'm sure there used to be some there as well, or I'm just dreaming that up, I don't know. I'm actually going to get political, which I never thought I would, but it's not that political, but really, but just saw this old man talking to himself, and then like a few yards later, so this bloke walking down the bridge. It just didn't look well. Anybody think, you know, I'm probably on the best wage I've ever had, but I'm not as rich as I've ever been in terms of how much expendable income I've got. Yes, I've just bought a house and stuff, and that does figure into it, but also it doesn't stretch very far away, especially with food prices and all that going up. Now, people have always said Kiddie is an asshole, which I kind of agree, but I don't think it's as bad as some other places. You know, we're very close to Birmingham, some areas in the Black Country, you know, that are rough, and I mean, even the people there will admit, you know, there's some areas there that are rough. I think Kiddie gets a bit of a hard rep, but what I've been seeing lately is just, and it never was this bad when I was a kid. And I'm absolutely sure that it's to do with everything that's happening, the cost of living crisis, and you know, I think something needs to be done. Like, we can't go on like this. Like, I'm struggling. God knows people that are on minimum wage and stuff, how much they must be struggling. You know, and I've been on minimum wage jobs and I've survived in the past, but now it's like, I couldn't ever imagine being on a minimum wage job. If I was, I'd be working 70, 80 hours a week. I think I'd have to have 2 jobs. Just to make things go by. I mean, even on the salary I'm on now, I debate whether to take like a 4 or 5 hour job somewhere. So yeah, I think I didn't want to get political on this video. I wanted to keep it quite fun, to be honest, but I don't know, sorry, a bit of echo there from the tunnel. I don't know, people let me know in the comments if you do actually watch this video. I might be the only ever person that watches this video during editing, but you know, I don't even know how this video is going to come out on my phone, to be honest. I mean, it might be a dud already, but I do apologise if any quality is not up to standard. I don't know how the multi-video works that well anyway, so, you know, this video could be really poor quality. Sorry if I'm breathing heavy as well, it's because I'm walking fast. See, you're going to find out in this video, I'm a very waffler, I'm going right off subject here, but I just think it's a shame. But yeah, let me know if you think this is happening in your towns, and I don't want to hear anything about, you know, definitely don't want to hear anything about immigration. Everybody's got their own views on it, which is fine. That's why we're in a free speech country, aren't we? But yeah, keep it respectful, I guess, if you are going to comment something like that. But these people that I saw were definitely British-born people, is what I'll say to that. Because I just realised that I could be implying something I'm not. These were British-born people. So yeah, yeah, I don't know, is it happening in any other people's town, or is just maybe, you know, some towns do die a death, I guess maybe this is one of them. Let me know. I know there's some places. Before this, I took on a job. I'm starting a new job next week. That's why I've got time to do this for. But because I've got a couple of weeks off between jobs because the last job traumatised me. We'll go into that at some other point maybe. Yeah, I worked in Worcester. Oh, that was bad. That was bad, Worcester. Pretty town. But bloody, the people that live there. This ambulance is going to ruin me. I don't know where it is. It's a pretty town. It's a pretty city, sorry. It is a city. But, yeah, it's rough. Rough as arse. The area that I worked, which wasn't near the city centre, but the people that were robbing us, honestly, legs and legs of lamb lie. And, you know, these people get more desperate because there's less money going around. That's the problem. Just checking there's not a bike behind me. Anyway, I'll show you this nice pub. I don't know how this multi-view is going to come off on thing, but there's this nice little, it's a Marston's, but it's a nice little pub by the canal, to be honest. It's a Marston's, so it's not the greatest, but yeah, it's called the Watermill, as you can see above there. So yeah, it's not the greatest. I would love for the Marston's to shut and some better chain, or maybe someone solo takes it on. But yeah, we're about halfway to Stourport, I want to say. We're still in Kiddy, but it's about halfway. I'm going to start running in a minute anyway. Sorry, one more thing while I'm still in Kidderminster. I've realised that my GPS doesn't work very well when I'm recording a video, is what I've realised now. So I don't think it doesn't record when read my GPS signal when I'm recording a video. So I might have to stop. But what I might do is just show you a really zoomed out, at the end, a really zoomed out picture of it. And then I'll just show you the miles. It's going to be a little bit off because it's kind of just heading in a straight line when I'm doing it. So I'll try and stop when I can. But as I said, I'm worried about light later, so I need to carry on. Sorry if you could see something flapping. It's my phone case flapping and the thing. I don't know if that picked it up. See, waffling again. Apologies. Apologies for waffling, but yeah, if you don't like waffling, it's probably not the video for you, so apologies. unbelievable cycle path, by the way, down here. If you ever live locally, you can even start up. I've gone the opposite way up to Stourbridge that way. So maybe one day I'll dust off the bike and I'll is this video really dark, or is it my screen? I think it's my screen. Sorry, waffling. Oh no, it is a little bit dark. I think it's just because it's a dark day. Yeah, so many cyclists I've seen. I think one day I might dust off the old bike and go from Stourbridge down to Stourport. Yeah, it's just beautiful. The paths down here are really great. Yeah, when you start getting to Stourbridge though, it starts getting a bit more concrete, I guess the word is. Which I found when I went up there. I did that during COVID. I've looked at some more runners and more cyclists, but they were move out the way. They are sometimes rude. See you, and you guess the rest of the words there. You know, 50% say thank you. The other 50%, you move on to the grass for them. To this grass verge here, and they don't even say thank you. Oh, I've missed him now. I was gonna turn around with me. He's down there, not that runner. Though that runner didn't say thank you either. Just think I've just moved onto the grass for you. Sometimes I wish I'd just stay on the path and make them go on the grass. See how they like it. And I'll just go, thanks. Or maybe I won't say anything. You know, I mean, probably 50% are 60 to 70%, but I'm saying 50% because it has literally been 50% of cyclists to move over for. I've only said thank you. Like, that guy there. What a cockhead. Shouldn't say that. YouTube might stroke me down. But yeah, yeah, cyclists, you know, they're just, you know, it's the other half that gives them a bad name, isn't it? Rather than, you know, the nice ones that stick to the rules and stuff. The other half give them a bad name, you know, it's no wonder they're so hated. I feel bad for the ones that are very polite and, you know, they also follow the rules in terms of the road and stuff, and you just get those few that just an absolute, you know what I'm going to say, it's usually the type that are in their full lycra outfits, look like they do it every day. It's usually them that are a bit pretentious, let's say. So yeah, look, I'm raging on now. As I said, I'm a waffler, but it just kind of miffed me off when he didn't say thank you. Neither did the runner, to be fair. You know, walking through this, it was a bit soggy, to be honest, but yeah, yeah, miffs me off, to be honest. You'll hear that a lot if I ever make any more videos of people who miff me off. Also, again, I have no idea if it's picking it up. I'm sorry, I am a heavy breather. So if you don't like heavy breathing, again, this video is probably not for you. Waffling, heavy breathing, that's what I do best, okay? It's because I'm walking really quick, but I'm also naturally a heavy breather. So yeah, and trying to talk and walk fast, it's getting me a little bit out of breath, not like majorly, but I'm like, yeah, I'm talking very quickly and then taking a deep breath. Which I think's nerves as well, which is weird, because I'm just talking to a camera, but it does make me nervous because this will be posted to the world. So yeah, sorry again if that comes out, but we're almost at Stourport now. Yeah, I forget how long this path is. I am very worried about light later, but we'll come to that problem when I get there. I am determined to get up to Bridge North. I don't think I'm going to make even to Bridge North for light. But we'll see. I do want to stop off at Severn Valley. Well, I was going to have a bite to eat there, but I'm getting hungry already, to be honest. I'm just coming into Stourport now, and I've just seen this absolutely gorgeous house. So I'll just put that up and put that to the side. Look at that on the riverside. I don't know if this person's going to be very happy with me filming their house, so I will stop, but it's out of admiration. Absolutely stunning, that house is. I just thought I'd show you that. Yeah, we're just on the outskirts of Stourport now, so not long to go, so we'll catch up when I actually get to Stourport. I just realised how bad... See, things to learn, isn't it? I'm just holding it to the ground. You don't want to see the ground, do you? You want to see up. So yeah, I'll catch you up when we actually start getting into the town centre. I think it's Stourport, but we're right on the outskirts now. Oh, I've just noticed this. Look at these two swans just chilling on someone's lawn there. And oh, there's a dog there. He's obviously not bothered by the swans, but yeah, just look at them. They've actually got two swan statues in the back, so maybe they're resident swans in that garden. I mentioned this for a bit of trivia, but see that bridge there? So basically, I don't know if anybody knows the Severn Valley Railway round here, but yeah, basically, they used to have a line that went to Stourport many years ago, before the line closed, and then obviously got turned into a tourist attraction. So if you go across there that way, you can basically walk the old line. I don't know if anybody knew that. I didn't know if that would interest anybody, but yeah, if you literally go that way and then that way, you get the you can walk across the basically you can walk across the old line. So yeah, I don't know if that's interesting. Right, we are literally right outside the Stourport town centre. I won't show you the Stourport town centre. It gets a bit like the centre of the Kiddie town centre. The outskirts are lovely though, and then when you get past that bit of the dreary bit, it gets a bit better again. So I'll catch up with you then. Also, if you did fancy a pint, you wanted to walk down this canal, fancy a pint towards Stourport, there's some lovely pubs. There's a Bird in Hand just right here, and if you carry on further down here, there's plenty of pubs in Stourport, by Stourport town centre. There's one more called the Black Star, which is a very good pub as well, and that's right on the canal front as well. And there's a few more by the river actually, but those two are literally on the canal front. That I could pick off the top of my head. I don't think there's any more that's like literally right on the canal on Stourport side, but yeah, there's a few on the river, maybe one, maybe two. Can't remember the name of them. I've noticed I'm breathing heavy again, but it's because I'm really cracking on now. I'm really worried about light. I know I said Bridge North, but yeah, I'm going to play it by ear when I get to Severn Valley. I'm more building on Greenbelt probably. I don't know if that's actually Greenbelt, but yeah, if I see, I've lost my train of thought, waffling again. Oh, actually, it might be Brownside. I might have just, yeah, I could see some old factories down there. So, actually, good housing development, probably. I don't know how the locals probably feel about it. Locals are never happy, are they? When it comes to new houses and stuff. Oh God, I've lost my train of thought. Yes, what I was going to say is I don't know whether I'm going to make it to Bridge North. I'm going to play it by ear, get to Severn Valley, and there's a bridge by Severn Valley. So if it gets to a time where I'm like, I don't know whether I can get up to Bridge North and back safely, because I don't know what's on the side of these rivers. I don't know if the paths are still usable, because sometimes paths are eroded. You can get that. Sometimes there's trip hazards that you can't see very well in the dark. So I might just go up to Severn Valley, and I'll have to leave that for another day, which would be disappointing. And also very confusing when people read the title, click on it, and then the first thing I say is, I'm going to Bridge North and back up the river. And then they're like, well, it says Severn Valley here, but okay. Yeah, so if you've managed to watch on to this point, as you can hear the Stourport town centre, that's the Gilgal. Yeah, if you've managed to hold on for this long, yeah, this is probably the point where I did decide if I did change my mind. But yeah, I'm waffling on again. I do apologise, I am a waffler. As I said, if you don't like people waffling on, then don't do it. If you do love people waffling on and just waffling, then it might be a good channel for you, I don't know. As I said, I'll probably only ever upload one video on this, and yeah, that'll be that. Well, that's a shame. It's kind of fell away, that cemetery there. I can't think of the name of the church. Anyway, I'm going to go because this road is super busy. But yeah, basically we are in the Stourport town centre now, so I'll carry on talking to you from the river. I think I'll take some videos along the way. So, we are almost at the river now. Two interesting things to take from that montage, if anybody watched it. One, I had no idea Stourport. See, I wish towns embrace their history a bit much, because you find out so much, and I wish they planned it around the town a bit much. I hate when it's stuffed away in a library or a museum. I didn't know the town was built just specifically because there was a canal running through it, so that's quite interesting to me. Also, secondly, I really appreciate that sign. That there is another pub. The wharf there, and then I think the Angels down here. They're the two pubs that are by the river. Anyway, but yeah, the Canal Trust. I really appreciate the Canal Trust. It did make me chuckle, to be honest. I hadn't seen that before, nor did I see the other sign. It amazes you how much. Oh, there's also a cafe here I never knew about. See, I've walked down here plenty of times, but I've never paid any attention to anything, to be honest. To signs and stuff, because I wasn't recording, so maybe I should just record for the sake of myself, to be honest. Sorry, I keep dipping the phone down. But yeah, we're just come. This is the river here. It's where the canal feeds in. So yeah, I mean, yes, maybe I should just record more for the sake of my own self, to be honest. So I read more signs, but yeah, I wish towns would embrace it more. I wish there'd be a lot more in Kidderminster. And they've got the carpet museum, which is about the carpet stuff. That's fine. And there's the library does have a lot of archives, but I wish Kiddie Town Centre had a lot more like that, because there's a lot of history that you don't. Same with Bewdley, to be honest. There's a lot of history you don't realise that's there because it's not put anywhere. I mean, yeah, there's plaques and stuff like that, but yeah. The Angel Inn is just down there, I believe. That's where the Angel Inn is. I realise when I'm doing that, I'm putting my face right to the camera like that. But yeah, we're down here. Sorry if you can't hear me over that. That's the canal feeding into the river. I'm part of the canal anyway. But yeah, there's Stourport. It's like there's a lot of docked barges, canal boats. What was I saying? Barges, canal boats here. Which must have been the case back in the day, and obviously people could get onto the river from the canal here, and I had no idea that this town was built specifically because the canal was here, because the canal ran through it, so that's quite fascinating to me. But yeah, we're just coming past, I think it's called Treasure Island. It's like a fun fair on the river here. Go past the park. Yeah, go past the park, but basically, yeah, we're just heading north now, which is why I'm worried, because it's took me just over an hour to get here, and my time management skills are they're terrible, to be honest with you. They're just terrible. I never can judge time very well. I should have known it was going to take me longer. My plan was to get up at 7 o'clock this morning and leave for 8, so I would have had a 4-hour head start. So, instead of being here at 20 past 1 or whatever it is now, 1:15, I would have been here at 9:15. So yeah, and also if I had the map app downloaded, which now is not tracking me, so it's gonna do another straight line for some reason. That must be just because it forces the app to stop when I'm video, I guess. But yeah, so basically, I suppose this isn't open. This Treasure Island's usually open every single day. Yeah, that's Treasure Island. So I'm quite shocked at that. I've always walked past here on dead days, and it's it's always been open. God, what was I going to say? But yeah, so I should have had a 4-hour head start. So I am worried about time. We'll see when we get there how I'm feeling as well. My legs are a little tired. I'm going to have something to eat. I'm going to eat on the go. I've bought a Tesco meal deal. My go-to today has been the chicken and bacon wrap. Salt and vinegar hula hoops and a can of Monster. No, healthy, yeah, I know, healthy. But yeah, down Stourport, like there's this nice little park that's here, skate park, and there's a park. They got like all these ice cream vans. If you've ever been to Kidderminster Harriers. I think it's the same family that used to run the food there when they used to have the really good pies. I think I read somewhere. So yeah, they should be good. I've never had anything other than ice cream from there. You got the river boat, which you can take, and then down here as well, just show you, down here, you can actually rent out boats and go down that way. You have to, there's a little sign that says turn round. Let's see, they're very expensive. It's about, might be 10 quid a go, 20 quid a go. It might be 20 quid now. Anyway, I've been on there once. They were sketchy back in my day. And when I was last here, sorry, mini golf as well, for I walked past it. And the park's just behind. And there's a little fun fair as well for little kids just in the park as well. So there's loads of things to do here for Stourport. And there's even a little go-kart thing there. There's a little one. And then behind that, there's like a bigger one. It's not like big, but like it's fun for the kids and stuff. But yeah, just be prepared to blow your money. And there's a fantastic chip shop and pubs up on the high street. There's a really Riverside Inn, I think it's called. Fantastic. But anyway, these boats, they were sketchy when I was a kid. Yeah, when I was a kid, they were sketchy as hell. Now, when I last come, I'm sure they're the same boats, and they still look sketchy as hell. So sketchy. Actually, I saw someone getting towed back because obviously the engine had died on one. So I saw someone getting towed back. I'm not sure how they know. I'm sure they must give you a radio or whatever to say, oh, I'm stuck. God knows if you get past a point where the river just takes you. But then I guess that's why they tell you to go upstream and then come back, because you're going downstream, at least if you're floating. So that's probably why they do tell you to go upstream. And also probably because of the river boat, because yeah, anyway. I'm always health and safety conscious. Yeah, but it's a fantastic park this is, and honestly, if you're coming here for a day out, it's great. Just be ready to burn some money, because the kids are just going to want to go on the fun fair and stuff like that. But yeah, it's great. It's a great day out if you need something to do. So I'd see, I'm doing it again. I'm trying to give myself a good angle, and then not giving you a good angle at the front. Got to get used to this multi-video thing. So I just finished my wrap and crisps. Delicious. No, I went in there today, $3.85. Has that gone up recently? I thought it was $3.60 with a club card. Or has that gone up again? Amazing that. Probably 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years. It's £3. Blimey. What was I going to say? See, waffled. Yeah, this part of the journey down this river, it's lovely to look at, but it's not very interesting on video. It's a lot of caravan parks, to be honest. Another one over there. I walked through one over there. It's like a bungalow yacht club. And they're very... there was a very pretty... Look, I was going to film the yachts and stuff, but there's a bloke down there. And I always find people... see, I'm doing it again. People who do own those kind of things and have those kind of things, they don't like it, that the fact that they have to keep a public right of way. Like that one had loads of signs over it, so they don't like it. I just thought I just won't record it. Not that interesting anyway. I've seen better in the movies. So yeah, we're just coming down here. I think this bit's going to take me to Bewdley. I'm hoping an hour, but again, it could take me a couple hours. So yeah, this is when I got to start thinking, should I just go to Severn Valley, cross the bridge, come back down? Which would be a shame, but it's about, to be fair, that's about almost halfway from Stourport to Bridgenorth, or it is halfway. So to be fair, it's not bad going. I did want to get up to Bridgenorth, but oh well. It doesn't matter. I suppose I should really talk about why I love doing these stupidly long walks, because this isn't the first one I've done. As I've said, I've walked all around, like, the area that I live in is called the Wire Forest. Not the actual forest, but the area is called, there is a Wire Forest, but the area, Kidderminster, Bewdley, Stourport, all the little villages around the outside, it's called Wire Forest. And I kind of walked around in a big circle around it. It was about 30 odd miles. And I really enjoyed that, and I finally did it after a couple of times where I woke up late again. And yeah, so basically, I mean, this is quite pretty actually down here. Sorry, distracted again. Yeah, I'm going to say something else as well. I've really need a slash, and I probably should have gone, but now I'm recording to you because the problem is with river paths, they're so windy that you can't see who's coming, or the other side can see you, and this actually would have been the perfect spot, but a bit late now. I'm recording. So yeah, long walks. I find it's really good for my mental health. Absolutely fantastic for my mental health. I was going to stop then, but I really can't. See, I would like to stop more, but I really can't. So yeah, just really fantastic for my mental health. Shorter walks I don't mind, but I do like these long walks because I tend to just go by myself because an hour walk, there you go. I said it would take about an hour, didn't I? That's a new sign, that is. I haven't seen that. Perhaps they put it up to basically try and say, oh, it's a bit far to walk. I'm worried about how muddy it's going to be, actually. This is a little bit muddy here, and I know there's worse spots to come up. And I also know there's one spot which got really overgrown. But I'm wondering if they've put that sign up. I wonder if they've sorted it out. I haven't done this down. Because of that, I've usually walked... well, that side of the river because of that. But then I walked that side of the river, and it turned out someone wasn't where there's a public right of way through your land. Someone had obviously bought that land and then not looked after it. And I tell you what, it was the sketchiest stuff I've ever done. And I won't do it again because I had to climb over these big leaves. Oh, it was bad. I couldn't even see the path. It was bad. I did report it, so I don't know whether it got fixed or not, but I'm not willing to take the risk, basically. But it was bad. And basically, I got through this bit with all these stinging nettles. And it took me ages to get through. And I was like, that's got to be it, because I went past this person's land. Obviously, their land must have just kept going on, because it just kept getting worse and worse. Oh, it was bad. It was really bad. Honestly, there's only one thing I've probably done sketchier on one of these walks, and I wouldn't do that again. I wouldn't do what I did that day. Basically, it's just before the Bewdley Football Club. If anybody knows the local area, let me know if it's been cleared up. So as you go past the Bewdley Football Club, if you're walking back down towards Stourport, because that was just really bad. Obviously, I'd seen where people had gone through it before as well. Obviously, they must have got through that first bit and thought, oh, well, it's too far now. It's got to stop at some point. It just didn't stop. It didn't stop. It was really bad. In terms of long walks, anyway, it's just really good for my mental health. I feel like, sorry if I'm talking too quick as well. I feel it's because I know this has been going on for 6 minutes, but I feel like it really clears my head. It really clears my head, and I like to do it at least once every 6 months, because honestly, it really clears my head out. There's not much I can do, and usually sometimes I'm going to be honest, I waffle to myself on these walks when I can. Because, yeah, there's stuff, and I have waffled to myself a little bit on this, because it's like almost like I'm talking to myself, and I feel like, and I hope no one who watches this, obviously a loved one or whatever, thinks that it's a diss on them. It's not. I've always felt more comfortable being in myself. Like, I'd suffered when I was in my 20s, probably late teens, 20s, I suffered with pretty bad depression. It was really bad at some points. And I made mistakes. I made mistakes with jobs as well. Jobs that I wish I stayed in, that now I regret. It's dangerous to bathe in the river, guys, so don't do it. I laugh, but I wonder if that sign's been put up there for a reason. But yeah, so, look at it. It's just beautiful to walk down the river, isn't it? As long as it's not sketchy. I am coming up to a bit that I'm hoping isn't really sketchy anymore. didn't get looked after very well, and it was muddy as hell the last couple of times I'd done it, but I'd done it for a couple of years, maybe 2 years. That new sign there gives me hope that this is being looked after much better than what it was. So yeah, basically, it gets my ideas flowing. And yeah, suffered with really bad depression. That's where I was at, wasn't I? And you know, I had jobs where I wish I'd stayed in them, and you know, I was late and stuff because I suffered from insomnia, and I didn't want to get out of bed when I did. So yeah, it was like a vicious circle. People say, "Oh, you just tired because you stayed up late." I couldn't get to sleep, no matter how tired I was some nights. And then, like, when I got up, I could have got up, but I didn't want to. And yeah, I didn't get sacked from a job. I probably got close, but it was just I ruined opportunities for myself, and I almost blamed things that weren't there to be blamed, which I think people do a lot in depression. When they've got bad depression, they blame other things. I did blame myself a lot, but they blame other things, and you know, they don't realise a lot of it's up here. And I haven't suffered from depression for about a good 4 years. The problem is with me, I dipped in and out. So when I dipped into depression, it was really, really bad, sometimes really severe. And I've just noticed this is the bad bit, and it looks really good and clean. So that is a positive sign. Oh, bird. Let me just open this gate. Squeaky. So yeah, it's like, basically, yeah, I dipped in and out, really. I was happy, and then, not like bipolar, because, you know, I mean, someone might say I'm wrong here, but, you know, it's a couple of, you know, maybe I could go as long as 8 months, and then I'd dip into this bad depression. Sometimes I'd feel down now, but I'm in control of it. I mean, just look how beautiful that is, by the way. Nothing more beautiful than just an open field, like with some trees in the back. Sorry, but there's not. Sorry, I'm on a burp there. So yeah, you know, anybody that's struggling out there, and it will get better. I don't really know what I did to fix it. I think I just did a lot more. I just found to be happy with myself. I think my expectations of myself were too much sometimes. And if things weren't going my way, I mean, we all have things that don't go our way, and it puts us in a bad mood, but yeah. So I think just keep on. You will make mistakes. In terms of that, you will make mistakes, and things have got to get bad to get worse. I think I remember the worst time I had depression, really, really, really bad. But yeah, every time after that, it got progressively less, you know, when I was dipping in and out, it got progressively less. And, you know, I never took antidepressants or anything like that. I didn't want to, because I find that a lot of the time you're just stuck on them. I didn't want to, even though like people were like saying, "Oh, maybe you should get some." I didn't want to, and I'm glad I didn't. You know, I'm content with life. I'm not happy with life. You know, there's a few things I'd change. There's a few things I'd change about my past, and a few things that I would do differently, especially in terms of work, because I feel like, you know, I've burnt that bridge. You know, I burnt something I was probably passionate about, and that's the struggle for me now in terms of work, is finding something to be passionate about. I know, you know, it's not ideal, and you know, but life does get better. Just this year, you know, I've bought a house. It's currently being renovated by the help of my dad and my mum. So shout out to them. And spider web. Oh god, it's all going bad. And yeah, I've welcomed my first child. So life is going pretty good. Obviously, you know, with that comes other stresses like financial stresses and stuff like that. But you know, I've just left a job that it was good. It was a decent paying job. I ain't going to say it's good because obviously supermarkets pay better, and I'm not going to say where it is, but it's the place where things are the cheapest at the moment. I'm not talking about Aldi or Lidl. It's like one of those frozen food specialists. Yeah, they're cheap because they exploit staff, basically. But I didn't say anything, didn't name anything, so you know, I'll leave it up to your imagination what company that is. It's not the one that begins with I either, because that's where people think of when they think frozen food. It's one of the other ones. There's many frozen competitors, can I say? No. Yep, didn't name any names, but use your imagination. And I'm starting this new job, and I'm excited. I'm hoping that they listen to my ideas. I'm going in as operations manager, below to the owners, who directors. I just hope that they listen to my ideas, and I'm not just there as like kind of like you know, they want to go do marketing and stuff. So just run the ship. Yeah, I'm hoping, because you know, I've already seen changes that I can implement, let's say. And I've just seen the recording length of this, so we might have to make this a two-parter. Bloody hell. But yeah, that's me. I'm just waffling. Should really not call it, I was going to call the channel Walking with Reese, but maybe I should call it Waffling with Reese. So yeah, I mean, yeah, and in terms of why I'm recording it, I just thought, why not? A little inspiration, I suppose, goes to GeoWizard. I've been watching some of his challenges. I'm not going to do anything stupid like that. I don't want to. But yeah, I just thought, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you'll be able to see the sheep in the distance there, but absolutely stunning. Oh, it was this bit that was a sketchy bit, actually. It looks really like they've done a good job now clearing this up. So yeah, I'll catch up with you when we go through the other side of Bewdley. Yeah, I know this segment's been a bit long, but I kind of just wanted to get across my reason for doing this video, and you know, I started waffling on about other stuff, but there was a message to it. Yeah, I really need to find somewhere to have a slash now, which I've picked the worst moment to stop recording to do that, because it's just, there's a very open field with caravans in the distance. And the path, I don't know, maybe I can get away with it.